friends, it's Caleigh Bird, and one of my best friends in the whole wide world is a registered nurse. He is working so hard during the COVID-19, and he has been away from his family for over a month, self-quarantine. So I want to pack as much fun as I possibly can into this little tiny package to give him a little break from the monotony, give him a little creativity. So if you guys would like a little inspo on how to make your own special care package to give to really anybody at any time who you just want to add a little bit of fun to their day, make sure you pop that subscribe button and hit the bell, because I always got all the artsy goodness for you. Thanks, guys.
So this gorgeous leather pencil holder is going to be the main component of my care package today. I am going to create an entire little art kit using nothing but supplies that I already have in my studio, such as paper from an old sketchbook and cardboard and a little bit of fabric that I'm going to be using to create an entirely brand new sketchbook. I've been making my own sketchbooks for years. It's one of my favorite things to do because you can get your own paper, you can get the size you want, totally customizable. I use fabric, so each one is unique. I love it. But I must say, in all my years of making sketchbooks, I have never come across a piece of cardboard that already had the little markings that were like the exact right size of the paper I was using. This was kind of serendipitous and let me know I was on the right track. So a quick backstory on my friend who is the recipient of this package. Jimi is one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. He actually came out and visited me when I was living in Hawaii, and we went on a bunch of adventures. We've known each other since we were teenagers and have had more good times together than I could even begin to count. And as I said, he is a registered nurse working his tail off during this crazy coronavirus pandemic. And knowing that he goes home each night to an empty house, unable to see his 2 kids, his parents, the rest of his family, or even his bandmates because he's got to be in self-quarantine is just heartbreaking. So I could not think of someone who needed a little bit of smile and a little bit of excitement sent to them any more than Jimi. So once I finished the major book components, I came out here to do a little spray painting. One of the things I love to do when sending care packages is to actually make sure that the box and package itself is pretty exciting. So I came out to add a little Caleigh Bird secret sauce, as well as to go ahead and decorate the inner lining of the book. I wanted to make sure it had a little extra special razzmatazz whenever he opened up the cover. So this is what will attach the book pages to the book binding. Luckily, being a seamstress, I always have lots of beautiful fabric around, and I picked out this gorgeous handmade blue-green batik that I think Jimi would just love. I think one of the most important things when making a care package is to really make it specific to the person that it's going to. Like, for example, Jimi is a single father of 2. He's a registered nurse. He's in a pretty successful band. He's got his close family around. Like, he is a really busy guy. But I know back in the day, he used to love to draw and paint and do things like that a lot more, but he just simply doesn't have time now. So the reason I'm making this particular care packages from him is because I know right now, being in self-quarantine when he's not at work, he has none of the lovely, wonderful familial distractions that he usually does. And so what better way or chance for him to be able to pick up on a little bit of the art that he used to make. So that's why I'm making this particular care package for Jimi. But I think what's really important is not that you go out and spend $1 million or buy all the fancy things, but that you really make the package for the person who you're sending it to. I think there's nothing more special than getting something handmade, and I know Jimi agrees. See, you might have thought in the beginning, oh, you're just giving him some leather pouch you've already had, but to me, a good regift is just as good as a purchased gift. Just because I've had something and haven't used it for a long time doesn't make it any less good. If anything, it makes it a little more special because I've been holding on to it for so long. So I'm sure Jimi will feel the same way. And I'm not gonna lie, anytime I can do an art project that requires me to pull out some tools, I am pretty much into it. I decided to do this book binding the old-fashioned way instead of using my sewing machine. And I'm really creating this as a labor of love, doing everything by hand and enjoying the process.
So you might be sitting here watching this being like, well, that's nice for you, Caleigh, but I don't really have the skills or the materials to make an entire sketchbook, or I don't own a sewing machine or whatever. But that's okay, because a care package, the thing about it is, it's called a care package because that's what it's about. It's just about showing someone that you care. It is definitely not about doing the most difficult or expensive or elaborate or whatever. I mean, I've gotten very tiny little care packages that was just like a little drawing, a little sketch, maybe an extra special really nice card, maybe had some like sequins in it, or somebody packed in a few stickers. Like my friends and I, I've had friends over the years that we've done little back and forth care packages, pen pals type of thing. It does not have to be big or elaborate to be really special.
So anytime I'm giving a book of any type, I like to do a little dedication in the front, and this one was no different. But I thought I would maybe take it one step further and actually go ahead and do a drawing on the first page. I was able to take a walk the other day, which is like woohoo in the time of COVID-19, such a treat, and I saw a beautiful magnolia tree. Now, magnolias are everywhere in Charleston, where Jimi and I grew up, and the scent just fills the air during the spring. So I thought he would really appreciate a little magnolia flower in the front of his sketchbook. Now, this is the first time I've actually used colored pencils to draw anything of any real seriousness in years and years and years. So it is kind of a learning curve for me today. Now, this horrible background that is coming in, I tried to make look kind of like the out of focus leaves and pine straw that were in the photo, although I really don't like how it turned out, so you'll see that I actually covered up later. But I did really enjoy just being loose and drawing in this little sketchbook. It's been a long time since I've just sat down and drawn a flower, much less with colored pencils, and it was really nice and relaxing. I enjoyed pulling in the blues and browns and grays and everything, because a white flower is just about anything but. So some of the things that I've either sent or received in care packages over the years are things like little candies or baked goods, which are always exciting, stickers definitely, fake tattoos, coloring pages, and made jewelry, whether it's like hemp wrapping or even metal smithing, decoupage or collage, like just on a piece of cardboard or on like a little wooden or cardboard box. Pins or sewn like homemade patches, or even, you know, patchwork, or sometimes it'll even be like, hey, I've had this shirt forever and I really love it, but I don't wear it. I'd love for you to have it. So you send somebody a shirt, maybe with like a candy bar and a fun card or whatever. It's not about being fancy or having the most extreme anything. It's just about, hey, I care about you. Here's a little thing. And basically what I usually do is I'll just kind of look around my house and I'll be like, ooh, there's like there's a pretty rock that I found. Ooh, here's, a candle that I haven't burned yet that I think that they would like, or whatever. Pebbles, stones, rocks, seashells, sea glass, crystals, incense. I love to stick incense in packages. So there's so many little things that you can find, little trinkets, to just sort of boost it up and make it just that much more exciting. So after punching up the contrast a little bit, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I'm hoping that it will bring Jimi all the warm and squishy memories of growing up in Charleston, just like it does me. I still have a plethora of colored pencils from back in the day, so I figured I would pick out a nice variety, sharpen them up, and give Jimi a beautiful rainbow of colors to inspire him. I also decided to throw in a little pencil sharpener and 2 erasers so that his art kit would be complete. So satisfying. Of course, what care package is complete without a little handwritten note? And for this kind of thing, I always like to sit in a pleasant, calm space. Even though I'm just writing a few sentences, I really feel like putting yourself in a beautiful place, in a nice mindset, really helps your thoughts flow more freely. And here I've got just a little piece of painting linen left over from one of my works, and I thought it would be fun just to create a little bookmark. So check out my little shiny gilded mushroom bookmark. So cute. And stickers are always perfect for the big kid in all of us, and I was actually working on another project of sewing face masks recently, so I figured I'd make a cool one for Jimmy to wear whenever he's off shift. I also decided to add in one of the gilded river rocks I created in Tennessee, as well as a mini print I had left over from a printing last year. And check out those 3 little leaves glued on a piece of cardstock. Yep, that is the card I was just writing. Wow, so much excitement going into one tiny package. Let's see how everything fits. I seriously love sending care packages, probably even more than I love giving them. I don't know, there's just something about putting a little piece of your soul into each and everything you create, packaging it up, and then sending it off as a total surprise. Jimmy has no idea this is coming. I mean, it's one thing to get a gift at Christmas, but just out of the blue when you're sitting at your house all alone and so lonely, to know that someone way far away cares and loves about you so much, it is the best feeling in the whole wide world. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I'm so excited that I got to take you on my little care package journey. I hope you guys got some real inspiration from this. I know every care package is totally different. No two are ever the same, but hopefully you got some ideas of just some fun things you can find around your house to make somebody else's day 10 times more special. So make sure you please pop that subscribe button and go ahead and give it a thumbs up so more people will see this video. Thanks guys, I appreciate you, and I can't wait to see you next week.